In this video, I'm going to show you how to use our life insurance needs calculator. It's the quickest and easiest way to make sure that you buy the right amount of life insurance. If your spouse says that you need a $20 million life insurance policy, let's make sure that they're right. Stay with me. I'll show you exactly how it works. Okay, so if you're on the homepage of my website, which is abramsinc.com, you can go to life insurance and then go to how much life insurance. And this will take you right to our life insurance needs calculator. And basically you just fill out these fields here on the left, and then it'll tell you on the right how much coverage is needed. So let's go through these fields one by one. I'll show you what they mean. This first field is final and medical expenses. So this would be like money for a funeral, or if there's any leftover medical expenses that need to be covered, you would put that amount in here. So I'm just going to say want $20,000 set aside for a funeral. We'll put that here. Outstanding mortgage balance. So a lot of people like to pay off their home with life insurance because then the survivors can live in the house and not at least have the stress of paying for the mortgage. So in this scenario, let's say we have a mortgage left of $500,000. So we'll put that amount in here. Other debt to pay off is just like it sounds, be any other debt. Could be auto debt, student loans, credit cards, anything else that might need to be paid off. In this scenario, I'm going to just say we need $40,000. And then if you have children, and often life insurance will be used to cover their education expenses, but let's say that we've got 2 kids, and they're going to go to, you can choose here, private, public, out-of-state, or public in-state schools. So I'm just going to say 2 kids are going to go to public, out-of-state colleges. And you can see here, if you click on the question mark, it shows you what amounts are used to populate the calculator. But that'll take care of the kids. However many you have, you just put them here. Estate transfer costs would be if you're at a net worth where if something happened to you, a portion of your net worth would go to cover estate taxes. It's going to vary by state, and right now, like the federal limit is about 24 million per couple, so it won't affect that many people. But if you were going to be affected by this, and you want life insurance to cover those estate taxes, you would put that amount in here. For this, I'll just leave it blank. Charitable contributions. A lot of people want to use life insurance as a way to leave money to their favorite church or charity. In this example, let's say we want to leave $75,000 to our church. We'll put that in here. And then emergency fund is just like it sounds, just be additional money to have set aside for anything that may come up. I'm going to say that we want $100,000 set aside just in case for anything. And then going down here, the income for survivors, this will probably be the biggest amount, but what we do is we put in the monthly income that we want and then how long. So let's say in this scenario, we've got a working spouse and they make $120,000 a year, or about 10 grand a month. If they passed away, we'd want to replace their income, so we'll put 10,000 in here. And then let's say that we've got some young kids who are 5 and 8 years old, and let's say that we want to make sure that that income continues until the kids are through college at least. So why don't we say, we're going to say 20 years of income, because that'll get them to, 25 or more. So we'll put that in here. And again, this will vary by your situation. One question I do get is, do I need coverage on my spouse who doesn't work outside the home? Usually you do. Reason being is if you're the working spouse and you want to continue working, if something happened to your spouse, you may need to hire help to take care of the children or to help with the house and other things around the house. So often a non-working spouse, we still do want to cover them with some kind of coverage. Again, just so you can continue your job outside the home and make sure that the kids and whatever other responsibilities you have are taken care of. For the anticipated rate of return, you can put anything in here that would be appropriate. That's basically if we took a lump sum and invested it. So I'm going to leave this at 6%. Inflation rate, that would inflate the amount of money that you're going to need each year. I know obviously inflation's been very high lately, so I'm going to bump this up to 4%. But again, you're free to do, leave here what you think is appropriate. this preserve the principal button, this is just if for some reason you want to save that lump sum and then live off the interest. But if you click it, it's going to bump up. You can see right now it's about 2.9 million. If we click this button, it's going to bump it way up to 6.9. So I'm going to take it off for this, but if you did need it for some reason, you can check that. And then our current resources is the amount of money that we currently have, that could be used by the survivors in our family. So for investment assets, let's say we've got 150,000 that we just have in a stock brokerage. One note here I'll say is that if you do have money in a 401k, IRA, or other retirement plans, I would not list that here because you often, well, first of all, you do want to retire at some point, so you likely don't want to, spend all that now and not be able to retire. And the money in your retirement accounts, you typically have to be 59 and a half to use without penalty. So I would not include any retirement assets, just current investment assets that are not in a qualified account would go here. Savings, just like it sounds, if you got money, savings account that could be used, I'm going to say 100,000 here. And existing life insurance, this would just be, hey, if we've got existing coverage already in place. So I'm going to say, let's say that this person already has a $500,000 policy. So we'll put that here. Oops. Okay, and so there we go. That's all that you need to do. And then if we look over here on the right, here's kind of a summary of what you put in. This cash needs at death, the 735, is the sum of all these things here. The survivor income would be the that 10,000 a month for 20 years. With the rate of return and inflation, that would be here. College funding covers the 2 kids for public out-of-state college. So you see here that we would need about 2.9, or you could round up and say 3 million of coverage. However, then we want to subtract our current assets. So we would subtract our assets and our current life insurance to come down to recommended amount of about 2.2 million. You could round that up or down, whatever's appropriate, but this would be a good number to start with in order to see how much life insurance you need. Your results, of course, may be drastically different depending on your financial situation, but anyhow, this is just a good way to make sure that the amount of life insurance you're buying is appropriate to cover your needs. And then once you get the amount here, if you want to get a quote, you just click Get a Quote Now, and then you just put in your information here, date of birth, the how long you want the coverage to last, whether it be 10, 15, 20, or 30 years, or lifetime coverage, state you live in, and then your estimated health class and the amount of coverage. You click View Quotes Now, and this will pull up instant rates from the leading life insurance companies. And just so you know, all the rates are set by each individual life insurance company. So the rates that you see on our quoter are the absolute lowest rates that you'll get anywhere else for these policies. The other thing I'll say is that we do not sell your information. There's some websites out there that they collect information, they'll sell to 5 different agents. We do not do that. We just keep it so we know if you contact us, we kind of have an idea of what quote we started with, and we may reach out just to see if you have any questions or need any help. But again, we're not going to spam you if you fill in your information here to get a quote. So that is exactly how you can get a quick and easy life insurance quote, and also how to figure out how much life insurance you need. If you have any questions or you have special circumstances that you want to discuss, please give us a shout, and we are happy to help make sure that you get the right amount of life insurance. So thanks again.